Happy Friday, y'all. It is me, Chantay, aka Shantizi. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is another week in review. So I am here with it. Let me just get my iPad because I forgot that. Hold on for a second, people. And I'm back. So hello to everyone that comes on. If you want to watch the replay, you can watch it on my Instagram TV, or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which I will have it on later. So I am pulling up these stats. Normally I'm prepared, but I was tired. I just came in my house not too long ago, and I won't be before you that long. So hopefully my internet is working. Don't know what's going on with my Safari. Let's see what's up with this internet business. So we're going to start this iPad over, but we do know that children are in the hospital. Again, not shocked, especially in the South. These kids are hospitalized for COVID due to the simple fact is their governors, most of the GOP governors, are just being dickheads and assholes about this whole COVID situation. And they don't want kids to go to school without their masks on. As you see, the federal, I think the Florida judge granted DeSantis' appeal of kids wearing their masks. Kids don't have to wear masks to school, which I think that's the most dangerous thing, knowing the fact that these kids are not vaccinated. But this is who Governor DeSantis is. This is who he is. He wants to kill our kids. So be it. Which is sad. As you know, he's been putting the lives of people in danger in Florida. So I am not shocked that he's just a total dick. But now that I restarted my iPad, I am going to give you these COVID numbers like no other. So in terms of the coronavirus, in our global stats, global confirmed cases is 223,808,599. The global death toll is 4,616,325. Global death toll. And and U.S. confirmed cases is 40,863,724, with the global death toll sitting at 658,992. So global confirmed cases is 223.8 million. The global death toll is 4.6 million. The global confirmed cases is 40.8 million, almost 41 million. And the U.S. death toll, 658,992. In terms of vaccinations, the data visualization, the United States have people vaccinated. The highest fully vaccinated place is, who came on? 222,997,000 in California. New York is third after Texas of fully vaccinated people. In terms of the population of fully vaccinated, the District of Columbia is the highest. Whoever came on. Rhode Island is second. Vermont is third. Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Hawaii, New Jersey, Maryland, Washington State, New Mexico, New York, New Hampshire. So most of the blue states have mostly fully vaccinated people, which they are above average. So overall, the United States have how many people that are fully vaccinated? Where are we on this damn list? The United States have 177,898,458 fully vaccinated. That is 54.2% of the population. So again, people fully vaccinated in the United States is 177,898,458, and the fully vaccinated population is 54.2. Doses administered as of today is 378,569,717. So that's 378.5, almost 378.6. So we are still not at our targeted goal. We're supposed to be at 70%, according to what the president say, even though I agree there should be higher. But this is where we are. We're not at the rate that we should be. And it's September. And we 18 months in this shit. And people still want to fuck around, excuse my French, with our lives, with everything, with COVID, and think this shit is funny. So let me just say this to, the GOP governors. I had to read them. I need to read them in this segment. Nobody's infringing upon your rights. Nobody is pulling a gun to your head and saying yo ass and you get vaccinated. You have a president that actually cares about your lives as much as you guys disparage the dog shit out of him. And the vice president, you drag her ass too, because y'all love targeting her. But you have leaders that actually want to save your goddamn life. And what you guys do in return? You roll back mask mandates. You try to fight the courts. You try to threaten the president. All types of dumb shit to score political points. Didn't you have enough of that shit from the last administration? But then again, the last guy, the bum, encouraged you guys. He wanted you guys to riot. Liberate yourselves. You're liberating yourselves to death. That's what you guys are doing right now. With all of these strands, you guys are liberating yourselves to deaths. So I'm saying to you, GOP, you keep doing this shit, you will fuck around and find out. Because these new strands of COVID, scary as hell. You will die. No matter if you're vaccinated or not. So Ron, Gregory, Douglas, Henry, who else I'm missing? Brian, Kristen, y'all knuckleheads. Y'all looking like real jackasses right now, but I guess you want people in your state to die. I guess you want people to be sick and want the country to stay in this pandemic. Just because of you all, Kristen, Brian, Douglas, Gregory, Ronald, I should say Ronald, and Henry, you six are the reason why we're still in this fucking mess. So I hope that you're happy that we have all of these strands. Kids are getting sick. And it's all on y'all. So don't blame the president and the vice president. Blame your goddamn selves. They didn't have none of the smoke for, of course not, because he gave them stuff for COVID, and what they didn't distribute nothing to the people of color. They distributed to their friends and all of that. That's what they did. No smoke. None. But that was my read. That was my read. And our babies are going back to school. I'm so scared for our babies. The babies are going back to school. Our kids. I just dropped off like a couple of book bags to my goddaughter and her cousins and a lady that I know, one of my friends and her kids. Even though I forgot one book bag, but I know it's been a minute. You could check out the YouTube page, and I drop off book bags to them, and you know, they were grateful. I gave them not just only school supplies, we gave them masks, we gave them hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes so they could wipe off their desk and everything, you know, with all of that, with everything that's going on with COVID and everything, so to make sure our kids are safe. So I distribute, along with my mom and my sister, over 70-something bags. That's a lot of goddamn book bags for a family. A family that's going through some shit with COVID, right? We distribute over 70 book bags to many kids, including kids in our church, kids that my mom know personally, kids my sisters know personally, kids I know personally. So we distribute over 70 bags. That's a lot of goddamn bags. Yikes. But it's stuff that they need because our babies need to be protected from COVID. They have their masks in there to protect them from COVID. They have their school supplies. They have everything because I live in a big city. Y'all know I live in a city where is 1.1 million kids going back to school. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids. And there's no remote option, which is fucking nuts. Absolutely crazy. And these kids live in multi-generational homes with their grandmothers and even their great-grandmothers. God bless, that's still living. The fact is that these kids under 12 can't get vaccinated, have to be in a mask in school all day, can't get the remote option. Some kids, you know, have like immunal health deficiencies, and you got kids that probably don't want to come with no mask on. It's a whole mess. You got even school staff that don't want to be vaccinated. So here's the thing. Yes, Bill de Blasio is a dum-dum. We all know that. But the one thing he did right was mandating vaccinations for city employees, especially those who work in the school. Because y'all interface kids every motherfucking day. I don't understand how y'all not getting kids vaccinated. I mean, how y'all not getting yourselves vaccinated? I think that's the dumbest shit in the world. You work in a school and you don't want to protect yourself from the kids or protect the kids. How dumb are you? How dumb are you? But I'm going to say this. I established that Bill de Blasio is a dum-dum, so that's not even a thing. But this is my message to the anti-vaxxers. And I'm going to make it clear, some of y'all not going to like me, but oh motherfucking well. You guys are going to keep us in this shit for a long time because your ass don't want to get vaccinated and still wear your mask. If you can get a tattoo, all that ink on your body, if you can get butt shots, ass injections into your ass, if you could get lipo, if you can, you know, do the most hardcore drugs, you can get the vaccine. It's free. I don't even understand why you can't walk your ass, drive your ass to the nearest pharmacy, clinic, and hospital. I don't get it. But I'm here to tell you, the more you resist and not wear your mask, You will fuck around and find out on the ventilator. And to the point where you can't speak. It's no turning back. You have a 10% chance getting off that shit. And I don't even know that 10% chance is going to help you during this season. But best of luck to you. But if you don't want to fuck around and find out, get the fucking vaccine. It's free of charge. Free of charge. Anti-vaxxers. Oh, I got more reads for the GOPJ coming up soon. But I want to pass through this. So, the president has decided to mandate federal workers to either get vaccinated or get a test every week. Honestly, I don't know why he's giving them chances, but I kind of understand why. But I feel like if you work with the general public in like a federal building or like a state building or like for like a city or a local town, you should be vaccinated or have a test. More so vaccinated, in my opinion, because you're working with people. And of course, you like I said, you got the GOP governors, saying infringing our liberty. I already read their ass for filth about this shit, but I can say that y'all keep spreading misinformation, y'all gonna be responsible for your constituents' death. And as I said from before, with them, spreading this misinformation, these motherfuckers is vaccinated. So I don't understand what is the point of you like spreading misinformation. Even you got the GOP candidate for mayor spreading misinformation. And all kinds of stupid shit, and you live with a whole bunch of cats. You could give your cats coronavirus. But to those people paying for fake vaccination cards. Oh yeah, thank you, Chocolate Girl, for reminding me. So there are people that are paying for fake vaccination cards from $50 to $250. If you can pay for a fake vaccination card, why can't you walk your ass to the nearest clinic, hospital, or pharmacy for free? Because I know there's some people doing it in the Bronx where one of my church members live. I think that's the most asinine and ridiculous thing. Paying for a vaccination card. Do you know that you can go to jail? They're cracking down on people like that. But if you want to fuck around and find out, like I said from before, by all means necessary, do so. But paying for a fake vaccination card when the shot is free, I think it's the most dumbest shit in the motherfucking world. But be dumb. Be dumb. Now on to this California recall. Everybody's asking me about this recall. Like I told people, I live 3,000 miles away. I know the people of California are smart. They're gonna, especially the black and some Hispanic folks, seem to like vote. They want to vote for, what you call it. And my thing is like, listen, Larry Elder is dumb. I don't even think white people will even want to vote for Larry Elder because he's stupid. Larry Elder's always been stupid, but that's just my thing. But this whole recall nonsense, I think is stupid. Gavin Newsom saved most of their lives during COVID. And, he's the most competent and he knows how to run his state with 40 million people. So I'm pretty sure he got this shit on lock. Everybody worrying about my state and California, they need to worry about their own fucking state because half of these people worrying about California and New York, they live in a state where it's ran by a Republican. Kim, I can say that because there's a lot of people that's an embarrassment to black folks. But I wish people would stop worrying about my state and California. We got this shit under control. Even though my governor right now, she pissing people off already. And she only been on the job for almost 3 weeks. And she already pissing people off for not extending unemployment. But that's a whole nother subject. But anyhow, these folks making comments about New York and California governors need to worry about their motherfucking governor. And need to worry about voting for their governor in different elections. We know Virginia and New Jersey got election this year. And we know all the other states got elections next year for their governors. And mine is one. And I welcome the primary challenger. Of course, people going to get mad, say why. Because, you know, if you want to lead a state with 19 million people and you got the largest state in your city, I think you need to step up your game. But obviously, we're disappointed on what we're seeing. So I won't be surprised if my AG, you know, runs. She says she's not loyal to anybody, which is, I mean, not loyal, but she's independent because she is. And, you know, I have a feeling that she's going to run. And you know what? I welcome that. I welcome that. But I will say to all the girl fans of my governor, see how she operates, because it seems like I'm not that thrilled. Even though I know she's capable, I'm trying to give her a chance. But if she keeps fucking up, it's going to be a problem. Yep, Jay. And yes, Dr. C. Because, I will do that soon. I will do that soon. And I didn't mean to, give my criticisms, but I live in the state of New York. And I'm impacted by the cutoff of the unemployment benefits. But even though I can, I've been searching for a job forever, there's people that, trying to get their unemployment benefits extended. And, people are getting help from it. And she's like, it's nothing I can do about it. Yes, you can. You can make make the state assembly do something. They like to do other shit. Let them work on this. But it is time to drag some folks. What I got to say about Yang. We all know Yang is not a real Democrat. We all knew he wasn't. I don't know why it was politicals I don't know why it was their duty to even write that bullshit ass article. But I just wish people would stop giving Yang the satisfaction. I wish they would stop giving him attention, because nobody cares. He wasn't a great candidate for president. He thought it was a joke, while others were serious. Even the ones that I didn't care for were serious. And then he ran for mayor in my city. He's one of the reasons why he nationalized our mayoral race, which I think it was stupid. And everybody threw their 2 fucking cents into our mayoral race and was champion for his ass when people in New York don't even know his ass. But on June 22nd, they found out that Yang ain't all that popular. We told you so. New Yorkers told you so. We went with a man that went to every neighborhood, on every corner, and every bodega. That's where it was. So, to all those Yang Gang folks, I know you are mad, but I don't care. He wasn't a great candidate for president, and he damn sure was the most annoying candidate for mayor. So I'm glad his ass finished in a strong 4th. He did. He did. So tough. And nobody cares. Andrew Yang is wetting his pants. Of course. Of course. I know you did, Dr. C. I have a friend that came to visit me in the city, and she lives in New York. I brought up the mayoral race, and she said, fuck the Yang had to do. Yeah, and it was national, and it needs to be nationalized, because we knew who we was going to pick. It was like a couple folks that nationalized that race. And then there was a lot of 2 cents on Twitter that was just getting on my nerves. And everybody was like, you need to calm down, Chantay. No. People don't need to nationalize our motherfucking race. We got this. We know what to do. We don't need 2 cents on this. It's annoying. It was annoying. It was annoying. Now, Jill Stein. It's time to read Jill Stein. Because some people just came out of, the woodwork and decide they want to have their 2 cents into things. Yes, city elections. So I'm going to play the audio of what Dr. Jill Stein said.
Bipartisan AOC and others have recently said and have maintained that they will not vote for the bipartisan infrastructure bill unless the broader human infrastructure bill is also passed. Do you have confidence that they're actually going to stick that landing and force the vote, as it were, on this issue?
I'm afraid not. Not by any means. If they couldn't, force a $15 minimum wage or, a vote on Medicare for all, I don't see how they're going to do this where there's a bigger package, a much bigger package at stake. And it's not the be-all, end-all, but it does have a lot of good stuff in it. It's going to be a very hard decision for them. And I just think they are too much a part of the system to be able to flaunt it. It's the same thing that, I sort of see as the curse that Bernie carries around, which is that he's been inside of the echo chamber of Washington, D.C. for a very long time. And while he calls himself an independent, he really doesn't have an independent mindset. Not that he doesn't play a very, very valuable role, but valuable, like how valuable? We have really kind of a convergence of existential threats right now. There's no getting out of here alive unless we really begin to get out of the echo chamber and begin to really consider how to change this. There's very little time here, and I think we need to think of this as, as what could be our final effort to turn this breaking point into a tipping point.
That was mothballs, nasty, dry-looking ass Dr. Jill Stein. The whole entire Russian asset. So, Dr. Jill Stein should be the last motherfucking person to speak on democratic politics. She is the reason why we're in the shithole that we're in right now with voting rights, climate change, our courts, the economy, health, all of that. Yeah, the same unmoisturized, ashy white lady, Dr. Jill Stein, who sat at the table with all those Russian assets, including dumb ass Michael Flynn. Because Michael Flynn is dumb. He's dumber than Forrest Gump. And Forrest Gump is a fictional character. I love the fact that how she, throw Bernie Sanders under the bus, but that's good for Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders keep talking about, rigged and corporate Democrats, and she just lumped your ass a part of corporate Democrats. So that is, shade to, Bernie. But back to Dr. Jill Stein. Dr. Jill Stein, I don't know where your mothball, dry face, unmoisturized with no Olay looking ass talking about Democratic politics when you're the cause of why we're in the shit that we're in. Do us all a favor to refund the recount, apologize to Americans, apologize to black people, and stay the fuck out of Democratic politics and just stop fucking talking. Nobody wants your advice. We don't want advice from a traitor like you. Point blank, period. And to this guy that had the audacity to quote tweet my tweet and said this: how are people this fucking stupid? Hillary was the terrifyingly awful candidate who elevated Trump because she thought she could beat him, not Dr. Stein, Jill Stein. I think how dumb and asinine that tweet is. So, 16 people quote tweeted him. I think he's really fucking around and finding out. So I said, how Brian can be so fucking stupid and dumb, even tweeting some dumb shit like this because it was dumb. Then again, I don't expect these Democratic socialists to have any common sense or knowledge of U.S. civics. I guess he got mad and upset and said, this is even a refutation, just more evidence of how stupid you are. And I said this: I hope you're ready for the smoke that is coming to you soon. And you know what? Brian is getting that smoke and continue to get that ass whooped. He has nothing to say. You can't say nothing because you just embarrassed yourself. You're shilling for someone that don't even give a fuck about you. When are these quote unquote fans of the Democratic Socialists is going to wake up and realize people like Breonna Gray, Katie Halper, Crystal Ball, Jimmy Dore, Walker Bragman, Ryan Knight, Nick the Fran Hampton Socialist, they all don't care about you. They want your money. They have Patreon accounts to take your money to feed you dumb shit. Dumb shit that is a lie. That would not even work here in America. When are you going to realize and wake up? Obviously, I guess you guys want to be in the sunken place. But my black ass, I'm too smart for that shit. So y'all can call me a shill and a neoliberal corporate shill and all of your derogatory names towards me. Because I vote for common sense and you guys don't. Because you guys voted for Jill Stein or Howie Hawkins in 2020, look where we at now with voting rights. So I don't want to hear that you're fighting for me. Because I'm done with that shit. Because you will get dragged up and down this app. And I don't care. And I will get dirty. I will get all the way dirty to the flow. Boom. Oh yeah, Kim, we are, and this is Grifton 101, and yeah, that's the name for us. We're the establishment, but the establishment saved democracy. That's what we did. We saved them. Now on to Miss Breonna Gray. I'm going further. It's almost 12:30, and I didn't want it to be that long because I want to eat. Miss Gray thought she was doing the most pro-black thing by tweeting something that only got her ass read and hammered for worse. So, where's that damn tweet? So she replied to someone else's comment when the original comment was, "What is a substantive difference between white S on a WS site and Nazis?" So Miss Gray said, "Nazis killed 6+ million Jews in the Holocaust. White supremacy is broader and in this country targets black people more specifically." So, what Brianna Gray missed in history class, I guess she didn't pay attention. 11 million people were killed during the Holocaust. Jewish people were more of the casualties, but there were Roma people killed, disabled people killed, and LGBTQ plus folks were killed. That's 11 million people total. And to say that black people are the most targeted in white supremacy, yeah, we're the most targeted, but there are other groups of people that are targeted just the same as black people as well. Jewish people, brown people, that includes Afro-Latinos, and those of Hispanic origin or Hispanic background. Let's see, Jehovah's Witnesses, the Asian community, the disabled community, the indigenous community, and the LGBTQ. Anyone that is not with blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin, the rest are targeted by white supremacy, aka Proud Boys, skinheads, and KKK. They target anyone that's not of white skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. So to Miss Brianna Gray, what you did was not pro-black. What you did was pro-anti-Semitism. But I'm not surprised. Coming from someone who had a boss that was Jewish, how fucking dare you? But let me tell you this. I said this from before. You don't represent black people. Not even by the slither. You don't. You don't. You are a complete embarrassment to the ancestors. If Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Fannie Lou Hamer, Shirley Chisholm, Coretta Scott King, Betty Shabazz, if all of them were still alive, and if if Mrs. Evers was a person that was violent, you, Brianna Gray, would have been slapped and beat down by all of them for saying stupid shit like this. Jewish people have been allies to black people during the Civil Rights Movement back in 1960 something, in the 1960s. So you tweeting something about the Jewish people saying that they have not been targeted more than black people, that is absurd. But I'm glad that you got that smoke. And I hope you continue to go through some things. I can't wait to hear about your podcast being shut down because you're losing viewership like no other. So until then, Bree, tough break, lady. You're not even our sis. So tough break. Oh, T, I'm almost finished. You can watch the replay because I'm about to be done. But I'm going to wrap this up and call this a night because I got a job to do tomorrow to make some little money while I'm still looking for a job. And, to those... Yeah, like, what was the point of bringing that up? That was dumb. It was dumb. But I am going to call it a night. I have a busy weekend ahead of me. Those who are, are working in the services or working ever, please stay protected, stay masked up. And if you have to, if you got to get a test or get vaccinated, please do. Because I don't want to see nobody that I know in the hospital. I really don't. Because believe it or not, as mean as I am on this live, I care about each and every one of you that is watching. And even those that are not watching, I still care. Believe it or not, I still care. So please, be safe, be well, have a good night.